The morning. It arrives with the subtlety of a dropped bowling ball. For many, this daily rude awakening is followed by a frenetic, caffeine-fueled sprint against the clock. Breakfast often becomes the first casualty, demoted to a sugary bar, grabbed on the way out the door, or, worse, skipped entirely. This is, scientifically speaking, a suboptimal strategy. Your body, after a long night of fasting and cellular repair, is a furnace with no fuel. To operate efficiently, it requires a balanced input of protein, fats, carbohydrates. Depriving it of this essential morning refuel is like asking a race car to win the Indy 500 on fumes. It's a recipe for a mid-morning energy crash and poor cognitive performance. Time is a non-renewable resource, and in the morning, it feels especially scarce. The conventional wisdom that a good breakfast must be a time-consuming, elaborate affair is a myth that needs busting. There exists a third way, a culinary sweet spot, where speed nutrition deliciousness. This is the realm of the 5-minute meal, a challenge that requires not a miracle, but a system. A well-executed plan can transform your morning chaos into a moment of delicious, nourishing calm, setting you up for a day of peak efficiency. Before any successful mission, one must assemble the necessary equipment. Entering the kitchen without a clear inventory is a surefire path to inefficiency. Dare I say, breakfast failure. Scrambling to find a spatula while your eggs turn to rubber is a scenario we must avoid at all costs. Therefore, we will begin by laying out our entire arsenal. This is your pre-flight checklist. Verify each item is present and accounted for before you even think about cracking an egg. This disciplined approach is the bedrock of the 5-minute timeline. Do not deviate. Do not improvise at this stage. First and foremost, you will require one 8-inch non-stick skillet. A larger pan spreads the egg too thin, causing it to overcook before you can fold it. A smaller pan creates an omelet that's too thick and difficult to cook through evenly. The non-stick attribute is non-negotiable. We need the omelet to release cleanly and instantly. Next, secure a small bowl for whisking. And a whisk. Or, in a pinch, a simple dinner fork. You'll also need a heat-resistant silicone or rubber spatula. Its flexibility is key for getting under the delicate egg curtain and executing the fold. Finally, have your serving plate standing by. Transfer time is part of the 300-second count. Now, for the consumable components, the ingredients. First, 2 large eggs. Beat. These are our primary protein and the very soul of the omelet. Next, 1 tablespoon of milk or water, 1 teaspoon of unsalted butter, or a neutral oil like avocado oil. In the world of professional cooking, there is a French term that is nothing short of sacred. Mise en place. It translates to everything in its place. This is the secret weapon that allows chefs to assemble complex dishes in minutes. For our 5-minute omelet mission, embracing this philosophy is absolutely critical. The clock doesn't start when you begin cooking. It starts the moment you decide to make an omelet. Wasting time searching for a cheese grater or chopping an onion while the pan overheats is the enemy of speed. Your mission is to have every single component ready before the skillet sees the stove. The most time-consuming part of a vegetable omelet is the vegetables. Enter batch prep. Do not chop a single mushroom or slice a lone bell pepper in the morning. Instead, spend 15 minutes on Sunday preparing vegetables for the week. Wash dry finely. Dice bell peppers, onions, mushrooms, zucchini. Store in an airtight container in the fridge. That transforms a 5-minute task into a 1-minute task. This is the single most important time saver. Everything is within a 12-inch radius of your station. Move small, move efficient, move deliberate. The cooking phase is a rapid, dynamic process. Our goal: introduce the egg mixture to a precisely heated environment, not dry and browned. Heat management is paramount. Turn your stove burner to medium, not medium-high, not medium-low, just medium. This gives enough energy to cook fast, while keeping a buffer against burning. Place your 8-inch non-stick skillet on the burner. Add a teaspoon of butter, or add a teaspoon of oil. Heat until butter is fully melted and foaming subsides, or until the oil shimmers. That visual cue equals approximately 325 to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Fat heated, action begins. Add a 1/4 cup of pre-chopped vegetables to the pan. Spread them into an even layer. Flash heat for 30 to 45 seconds, not caramelize. Brief sizzle softens and releases aroma. Move them with your spatula to heat evenly. Don't add cold veg to eggs, it cools and makes watery omelets. After that brief sauté, give your egg mixture one last quick whisk. Pour the eggs directly over the vegetables in the pan. The sound you want to hear is a gentle sizzle, not a violent crackle. Immediately begin the scramble and set maneuver. Use a silicone spatula to push cooked egg from edges toward the center. Tilt the pan so raw egg runs into the gaps you've created. Continue this motion around the entire perimeter of the pan. This should take no more than 60 to 90 seconds. We have now arrived at the most technically demanding and most satisfying part of the operation, the fold. This is where our loose curd of egg and vegetables transforms into the classic, elegant omelet shape. Remember, we ceased our scrambling when the eggs were 90% set, with a glossy, slightly liquid layer on top. This is the glue that will seal our omelet. If you've cooked the eggs until they are completely dry, the fold will likely crack and separate. The pan is still on medium heat, but we are moving quickly, using the residual heat to finish the cooking process from the inside out. Remove the pan from the direct heat for a moment. This gives you a precious few seconds to work without the fear of the bottom burning. Sprinkle your 2 tablespoons of shredded cheese, if using, over 1/2 of the omelet's surface. Don't sprinkle it all over. Confining it to one side is essential for a clean fold and a perfect cross-section, revealing a molten cheese core. This is also the moment to add any other pre-cooked fillings you might desire, like a bit of diced ham or a few spinach leaves. Work swiftly. Now, for the fold itself. Grasp the handle of the pan and tilt it at a roughly 45-degree angle. Ensure the empty half is completely loose. With a confident but gentle motion, fold it directly over the cheese-covered half. Press down lightly to seal the seam. The classic French omelet has an almond or cigar shape, but for our 5-minute mission, a simple half-moon fold is perfect and efficient. Hold your serving plate close to the pan. Tilt the pan even further, until it's nearly perpendicular to the plate. Gently coax the omelet out of the pan and onto the center of the plate, seam side down. Plating with the seam on the bottom gives a clean, professional appearance. The entire folding and plating process should take less than 30 seconds, and there you have it, a perfectly cooked, beautifully folded omelet. A basic omelet is a good omelet, but a great omelet is a symphony of layered flavors and textures. While our 5-minute timeline prioritizes speed, it doesn't mean we have to sacrifice culinary excellence. With a few simple, pre-planned additions, you can elevate your breakfast from merely functional to genuinely fantastic. These flavor boosts integrate seamlessly into your workflow, adding seconds, but huge flavor returns. The key is having these components ready as part of your mise en place. Let's first talk about umami, the 5th taste, savory and brothy. Add a dash of soy sauce. Add Worcestershire into the eggs before whisking. Just a 1/4 teaspoon is enough. Whisk briefly to incorporate. Try a sprinkle of nutritional yeast or add cheese. It gives a nutty, cheesy depth, great for skipping dairy cheese. Texture matters. Tender and soft base plus a bit of crunch. Top with toasted nuts or seeds. Toasted sunflower seeds, toasted pumpkin seeds, sliced almonds. Keep small pre-toasted containers in the pantry for seconds deployment, or add crunch inside the omelet. Finely diced water chestnuts, finely diced celery retain snap after a quick sauté. Finally, fresh herbs and acidic finishers. Fresh herbs pack vibrant flavor. Pre-chopped chives, pre-chopped parsley, pre-chopped dill add bright garnish. Finish with a tiny squeeze of lemon juice or a few drops of hot sauce to brighten everything. Garnish makes it look and taste like a brunch spot. Seconds added, flavor multiplied. The beauty of the omelet is its infinite adaptability. The 2-egg, 1/4 cup of veg formula is a flexible blueprint. Think of it as the chassis of a car. The engine and body style are up to you. Swap vegetables and cheeses quickly. Make a different breakfast every day using what's in your fridge. This isn't more work. It's smart substitutions inside a 5-minute system. Keep vegetables pre-chopped for speed. Mediterranean-inspired, spinach, sun-dried tomatoes, drained, crumbled feta. Add a pinch of dried oregano to the eggs before whisking. Greek taverna vibes in 300 seconds. Southwestern flair. Black beans, corn, finely diced jalapeno. Cheese options, pepper jack or sharp cheddar. Top with salsa or an avocado slice. Mushroom and Swiss, cremini or white button mushrooms, shredded Swiss. Sauté mushrooms for a full minute to drive off moisture. Broccoli and cheddar, finely chopped pre-steamed broccoli and sharp cheddar. Just heat through. The possibilities are truly endless. Five-minute omelet, already a balanced, wholesome meal. We can apply a few scientific principles to optimize its nutritional profile. The goal is to maximize nutrient density, vitamins, minerals, beneficial compounds, while also managing calories and unhealthy fats. These tweaks are simple substitutions and additions. They don't compromise speed or flavor. Make smart, deliberate choices at each step, from the grocery store to the final plating. First, let's examine the heart of the omelet, the eggs. Standard large eggs are fantastic. Consider pastured eggs or omega-3 enriched eggs. Hens allowed to forage or fed flaxseed-rich diets produce eggs with higher omega-3 content. Omega-3 fatty acids support brain health and help reduce inflammation. You can adjust the protein to fat ratio, whole eggs versus egg whites. For lower fat and calories, try 1 whole egg plus 2 egg whites. Protein stays high, fat goes down. The choice of cooking fat matters. Butter adds wonderful flavor. Try heart-healthy avocado oil, high smoke point, neutral. Or extra virgin olive oil. Safe at medium heat, adds peppery, fruity notes, monounsaturated fats, and antioxidants. A light coating from an oil mister controls fat use. The real key to a nutritional upgrade lies in the fillings. The more colorful, the more phytonutrients. Red bell peppers bring vitamin C. Spinach and kale pack vitamin K and iron. Onions and orange peppers also add beta-carotene and color. So, there you have it. The mission is complete. We've deconstructed the process and re-engineered it for maximum speed and efficiency. By adopting a system, mise en place, precise heat management, efficient technique, you've proven a nutritious, hot breakfast isn't just for lazy weekends. It is an achievable, everyday reality. You have taken control of your morning, refusing to let the clock dictate your fuel. Let's quickly recap the strategic advantages of this breakfast system. First, it is incredibly fast. Batch-prepped veggies enable a true 5-minute fridge-to-plate execution. Second, it is nutritionally superior. High-quality protein, essential vitamins and minerals, fiber and phytonutrients. Third, the system is endlessly customizable, keeping breakfast exciting and sustainable. This flexibility ensures long-term success. It's a small but significant victory against the morning rush, setting a positive tone for your day. Practice the technique. Soon the movements are second nature. The spatula feels like an extension of your hand. Timing becomes intuitive. You'll see breakfast not as a chore, but a challenge you are equipped to conquer. You have the knowledge. You have the system. Reclaim your morning. Your well-fed, highly efficient future self will thank you. Mission accomplished.